It's been 1,143 days since the home on East Allen Avenue was wrapped in crime scene tape.
And they go open the gate.
And since James Smith asked police to check on his neighbor.
They're usually home, but they never had both of the front doors open.
Aaron Dean.
It's been 1,143 days since Officer Aaron Dean killed Atatiana Jefferson.
Put your hands up! Show me your hands!
Monday, the trial for the former Fort Worth police officer is set to begin.
It's just not normal for them to have both the doors open this late that long.
At 2:25 a.m., Jefferson's neighbor, James Smith, called a non-emergency line asking police to make sure his neighbor was okay.
I explained on the call that there wasn't any violence going on. It was simply a concern for my neighbor.
Officer Aaron Dean arrived at the home at 2:29. His body camera video shows the 36-year-old second-year officer first looked through the front door, then walked to the side. Inside, Jefferson was playing video games with her 8-year-old nephew, Zion. About 1 minute after first getting to the home, Dean gets to the back, never announcing his presence or that he was a police officer. Court documents say Jefferson heard someone creeping in her backyard, grabbed her gun, and opened the blinds.
Put your hands up! Show me your hands!
The single shot Dean fired killed Jefferson.
Shots fired, sorry, supervisor.
People say, well, James, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. But I made a call. I made the call because I thought that they were going to do what I called them to do, check on my neighbor. And they didn't do that.
This is the pelvic cavity here.
Nobody looked at that video and said there's any doubt that this officer acted inappropriately.
At first, Fort Worth police shared photos of Jefferson's gun, but later called that a mistake.
The gun is irrelevant. She was in her own home, caring for an 8-year-old nephew.
Dean never gave police investigators any reason why he fired.
Had the officer not resigned, I would have fired him for violations of several policies, including our use of force policy.
2 days after the killing,
At approximately 6 p.m., Aaron Dean was arrested for the murder of Miss Jefferson.
She was in her own place and shot and killed her. That is not only unacceptable, that's murder.
Any words?
No comment.
Jefferson was the 6th person Fort Worth police killed in a 5-month span of 2019.
But I'm here to let you know your city is hurting.
Frustrated and frightened community members filled council meetings.
No justice, no peace!
And filled streets.
This is after the kid.
Aaron Dean.
3 weeks after the shooting, police released Dean's job interview with Fort Worth PD.
I want to serve my fellow citizens in a very up close and personal way.
He's asked if he could kill.
Will you be able to kill somebody if you have to?
No problem.
Say her name! Atatiana!
Through the summer of 2020, Jefferson's name was again shouted on Fort Worth streets.
No lives matter until Black Lives Matter!
For protests over the murder of George Floyd.
Justice for Atatiana Jefferson!
You don't have anything to say at all?
No comment at this time.
Now we're 1 week away from the trial that's been 3 years in the making.
Father called this shooting senseless, and I certainly have not been able to make sense of why she had to lose her life.
1,143 days after James Smith was worried about his neighbor.
Most tragic thing in my life.
1,143 days.
There's no erasing that.
Since Atatiana Jefferson's family saw her for the last time. In Fort Worth, I'm William Joy.